Okay, finally figured out this Valvetronic code that I was getting on my new X5 I just got. So this is a 2013 X5 with the N55 engine. I just got this X5 too. The reason I'm making this video is because I was driving this car. It gave me a bunch of hesitation issues when I would floor it, and even a rough idle on a cold start for a couple minutes. And had no idea what was going on. The engine light would come on every once in a while when I would really floor it, and it would kind of go into a limp mode, kind of preserving the engine. And then so I ended up pulling the codes, and there was one code, one persistent code that would not go away, and it's the Valvetronic code specifically to this car. So it was 002E0F, something like that. That's specific to the Valvetronic system. And I'll show you what I did to finally get rid of this damn code. So again, this is a X5 with the N55 engine, but what would happen is I would get gnarly hesitation when I would floor it. Engine light would come on and it would kind of go into limp mode, and even rough idle on start. And so with my Autel scanner, this is an Autel BT900, this was able to save my butt. No matter how many times I would clear this code, it would automatically pop up. So I would go in, I would go ahead and read codes. It would be that 002E0F code, which is the Valvetronic. I would go ahead and erase. I would back out. It would read the code and it would automatically pop up no matter how many times I did it. I was doing some research online, and there's a handful of things that you could do, starting with the easiest, and that's one is just basically resetting the adaptations to the DME. That didn't do it for me. You can try getting the DME reprogrammed and updated, which I heard could help, but I don't have the tool for that because this tool doesn't reprogram. So I would have to go to an indie shop or the dealership. Or it's the actual Valvetronic system itself, or the Valvetronic motor, and I really was hoping that wasn't it, but I ended up figuring it out. So what I did here, erased all the codes. It would come back no matter what, right? So I went back and I went to service on my scanner. So you go into service, you find where the Valvetronic system is, powertrain, and then you go into engine electronics. I did that, and you can see exactly what I did here. All the blue highlights are what I already selected. So I went into DME delete adaptations. I did this. That was the very first thing, and this is the first step you can do. So I did F2, reset the adaptation values. I did that, cleared the codes. It did not do anything. That was my first step. Let's end the function there. My next step was the Valvetronic adaptation limit positions. That just kind of tells where the eccentric shaft is, I guess. I also did that. It runs you through the process on, clearing values, etc. and so forth, and relearning values. That also did not work because I cleared the codes and ran it again, and it popped back up. Last but not least was the Valvetronic startup system. And this is when you basically do any Valvetronic work, such as replacing the motor. And I saw a guy on YouTube do this when he replaced his motor, and he said it works every time. So I was like, well, let me see if I can recalibrate things by doing this system, and that's what worked for me. So when you do the Valvetronic startup, I'm not going to go through it right now because it just runs you through a system, and then you're locked in that system, and you have to do the test. But when you hit this, it's going to ask you, do you want to recalibrate everything? This is going to reset values, etc. and so forth. And you have to run the car, like actually turn the engine on when you do this setup, because it actually runs the engine, and the Valvetronic system is going through all its cycles. It'll sound really rough, it'll rough idle, etc. and so forth, but it goes through like 450 cycles of that. Once that's clear, then it'll go through another 50 cycle problem-free cycles, it says, and then that will be your verification that it's working just fine. If this does not work, then your Valvetronic motor is most likely shot. But honestly, this did it for me. I now have no engine code, no DME codes lighting up. So we'll go back to diagnostics. We'll do an auto scan. The very first one that pops up, DME, pass, no faults. And I now put down the engine, I floor it, it works every time. It does not hesitate or do anything. So this is one way. If you have that stubborn Valvetronic code, this is the way to get rid of it. So I really hope this video helps. I hope this kind of saves you from going to the dealerships. I hope this saves you from having to replace your Valvetronic motor. I really hope this helps, because this is a new car to me, this N55 engine. So I'm really learning things, but this was the cheapest way and the cheapest fix. Granted, this tool isn't very cheap, but I really hope this helps. If you have someone with this scan tool, if you have access to this scan tool, try these methods and you may save yourself hundreds, if not thousands of dollars.